Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Business Law 263 class, the Legal and Social Environment of Business. I'm Daryl Cartwright. I am your professor for this semester. Welcome to the class. Wanted to mention a couple of things. I'll be glancing over my notes here from time to time. Wanted to mention a couple of things to you before you get going. First of all, I know we're getting a little bit late start with everything. My apologies for that. I was out of the state and came back in and have a number of different things on Blackboard that I'm still transferring over to Canvas, but hopefully we can do this even if it is a little bit piecemeal. The first thing you need to do is to take the attendance verification quiz or the attendance verification assignment. It's very easy. It basically consists of you following instructions very specifically and answering three questions that are on the class syllabus and schedule and emailing it to a very specific email address that's designed just for this attendance verification quiz and for nothing else. Only send one email to that email address. Do not send more than one. You will receive an automatic response back from the email. I will not give you any other responses. That way, you know that you will have done that correctly and you will not be kicked out of the class. Because that's the other thing. You have to take that attendance verification assignment and turn that in, or else you get kicked out of the class. Now, about the course. You have the material, you know the book. A lot of the material that you have in the semester will be from the book. Some of it will not be from the book. Some of it will be material that I have prepared myself that you will have on Canvas as a part of your course materials. I will include it. I'll post it from time to time, and you will be tested on it. I can assure you of this. If I take the time to prepare something, I view that as important and important enough that I will test on it. So that's a key. Every week, once we begin getting started, I think September 4th is the first exam. We're going to have an exam every Wednesday for 10 consecutive Wednesdays, I think, something like that. You will be allowed to drop your two lowest test grades out of those 10, give or take. And then the final exam is going to be worth 300 points. Now, the final exam is worth 300 points because it will cover 4 weeks worth of material. In November, once you start November, there are no more weekly exams. You're going to be instead studying the material. I will be having periodic Zoom sessions, which will always be recorded and placed on the class YouTube channel, which I will link for you later. And it will be available for you if you can make it live, or if you can't make it live, you can watch it on replay. Now, I will also be having a number of additional very short videos for you to watch that aren't exactly aren't at all from the book and aren't exactly necessarily the material that we have covered, but supplementary material. And these videos will generally be 5 minutes to 10 minutes long. And I use these for bonus points for you. This year, I'm trying to integrate the bonuses directly into the exam, so you only take one exam a week, but I may not be able to do that. In the past, there's been a separate bonus exam, a bonus quiz for each week, in addition to the weekly exam. Just stay tuned, be watching the announcements, etc., for that. Okay. Let's see. Grades, it's a typical 10-point scale. 90% is an A, 80% is a B. I usually don't like to talk about anything below a B, but you know what those are as well. Um, a lot of students will do poorly on the first couple of exams until they figure out how to take law exams. It is not easy. It is not memorization. People say, gee, I did flashcards. Flashcards, no, that's not going to do it. You're going to not only have to know what the law is, but you've got to be able to figure out how to apply the law. And that's the really difficult part. The closest class to a law class is a math class. In math, you'll make flashcards for algebras or things like that, but the real key is learning how to apply that to new problems that you have, and that's exactly what law is going to be about. It's not going to be enough for you to say, gee, the concept of res ipsa loquitur means the thing speaks for itself. And it means that if something happens that doesn't normally happen without someone's negligence, that the defendant is deemed to be negligent unless they can show and shift the burden of proof. Well, there's a lot of gobbledygook there. But what does that mean and how does that apply? Well, it means that if you're walking in Walmart and a television set falls on top of you and you didn't pull it down and you didn't bump it and nothing else happened and you don't know why it happened, well, that's the kind of thing that doesn't normally happen. TVs don't normally come falling down on somebody's head without somebody being negligent. And so the defendant, Walmart, would be held responsible unless they could shift the burden to show that somebody else was actually responsible for that. And that's the kind of thing you'll have to be able to figure out, interpret, and then apply in order to do well. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 weeks to really get the hang of it. That's why I have this drop your two lowest grade type of policy. Um, it's not tricky, but it's very difficult. I'm going to hold you to uh, having to know what the law is precisely. The law is precise. If I ask you a question and say, do they have federal court jurisdiction, and you know that the parties are citizens in different states, which is part of the requirement for diversity jurisdiction, and you know the amount that was sued for was $75,000, you might think that federal court has jurisdiction. Well, the law is that it must be citizens of different states, and the amount in controversy, the amount you're suing for, must exceed $75,000. Guess what? $75,000 doesn't exceed $75,000. It's exactly $75,000. And that's why the answer there would be false, not true. That's another thing. 99%, maybe all of your questions this semester will be true, false. People say, gee, that's going to be easy. No, it's not easy. It's very difficult. Very difficult. You have to understand it completely, or else you're going to zig the wrong way. Guessers in this class do very poorly. You cannot guess your way through a law test either. Okay, I'm going to limit this introductory video just to this. If you have any other questions, um, I'm learning Canvas as we go, just as you are. I've taught the class for, I don't know, 12 or 14 years, I guess, and all of those have been on Blackboard until this semester. I did teach 4 years at Samford, and when I was at Samford, I used Canvas, so I'm familiar with it, but not nearly as familiar as I am with Blackboard. In any event, we're in this together. If I can help you, my contact information I have on the syllabus. I do have a Jeff State email address. I have a personal email address, and I have a cell phone number which you can call. I rarely will answer the phone, but you can text, which is even better, and I'll get back to you sooner or later. In any event, good luck this semester. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you, and I will see you when, hopefully, in a future Zoom uh, class, if nothing else. Thanks, guys.